This is the weekend report. All right, so this is the weekend report. This is where we basically tell you who played this weekend, who played well, who didn't play well, who didn't play at all, who rode more pine, and all this to mean how it might affect. Now we're going to give you lots of players that maybe aren't even in the U.S. men's national team picture, but just to give you some idea of where they are and who's playing, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to go really fast through the guys that don't matter, and we'll take some time on the guys that do.
I think it's funny how we quickly glossed over the fact that I think we just created a theme song for the weekend report.
This is the weekend report. All right, so this is the weekend report. I'm gonna have to save that audio so it'll break in each time before the report. That was my 1950s news reporter voice. Did you hear that?
Yeah, and my addition to it was the Octonauts creature report.
Okay, I don't know fucking what that is. All right.
Young kids, man.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. I used to know what all the new movies were out or all the shows were out back when Nick was like 6, 7, 8, 9. But now I don't know anything.
You mean you don't spend your Saturdays watching Nickelodeon and Nick Jr.?
Thank God, no. Because it couldn't have possibly gotten better than it was back then. And it was bad back then. Really bad. Oh, by the way, the funniest thing, watching our show together, my show. God damn it.
I see how it is. Exiting call.
Subconscious slip. All right. So watching our show the other day, it's the commercial that started our show, the sort of random commercial started off. This is what alcohol does to your body. I could not believe it. I'm like, there's no way somebody picked that for the starting commercial, random commercial for our show. Yeah, it was all about how you can cleanse your body of all the alcohol you drink. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
There's a talk of a new podcast of a group of people, all listeners of all of our shows, starting up, and I think they talked about being called like 3 drinks and 3 guys and 3 drinks or something like that. So they talk about soccer, and then they talk about adult beverages.
Oh,
and I go, I didn't post this yet, and I was thinking about posting. Like, man, this is just a perfect opportunity for a collab, and we can call it the Drunk Tank. You know? Yeah,
we could hook up and do it. Well, I hope they do it as well or badly as we do. Because just have fun, guys. That's the whole point of this. And I don't know what show this is. I'm sure I'll figure it out. I got the name of the show, but I don't know the 3 guys you're talking about. Is it already on? Have they done one yet?
No, what I read today is they were talking about starting it up. So
who was it? Do you know?
Yeah, Berlin is one of them. Hold on one second. I don't want to butcher any of their names.
That's all I need to know. Berlin's on the show. We're going to get a lot of Sargent should be playing midfield comments. But yeah,
there we go. Grant Turberville.
Not Grant Wall.
Sorry, Grant. I'm butchering your last Twitter handle name.
Okay.
And where did that one go? I know his name. I just don't know how to butcher it.
It's all right. We'll move.
Steve Eno, or something like that.
That should be fun.
All regular posters, all regular responders. Love them all.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Sorry, I butchered everything there, guys. I should have been more prepared. But I also apologize if this isn't even announced yet. But you announced it on Twitter, so it's public now.
It is, and I'm glad we can inspire a show. I really do. I don't know if we're the directors.
If we inspire anything there. Oh yeah, man. You know what? People here just aren't drunk enough. I think that's where we'll come in.
Well, as you know, it's a fine line, and you just hope by segment 3 you're not crossing over it. Or maybe you don't mind. Either way.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start with Friday and Saturday together combined. Because Alan Sonora played again for Independiente, went 60, got another assist. I don't know when people start talking about Alan Sonora, but they might want to start talking about it. The problem for him is he plays a more attacking midfield role. I think we brought this up before. Johnny Cardoso has been starting. I think this is his 2nd game in a row he started for Internacional in Brazil, and he went the full 90. Balogun, another goal for the U23s. Arsenals, this is normal. He does this all the time. Score for the U23s. Marlon Fossey played for the Fulham U23s. Wooten, who cares? Terrence Boyd, who cares? These are all lower league. Hyder played. Taylor Boyd played for Bayern Munich 2. That was good to see, along with Malik Tillman. Jonathan Suarez played as well, and I can't remember what team he's on. That's a Mexican team. And then Dante Seeley got a freaking hat trick. Can you believe that? Like, no one's talking about this kid. But
I mean, in our inner circles, I guess he's getting brought up a bunch.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, 3 goals playing in. Yeah, okay, it's the second Dutch division. I get it's the Eerste Divisie, but it's still
3 goals is 3 goals.
It is, and he's doing a lot better than some other guys that headed to Holland recently in the last couple of years. Noah Jones for FC Will. He's the guy that plays with Dickenman. He played 20. We moved to Saturday. Sargent 70 in a just horrific shit show of a game versus Chelsea.
Woof.
Yeah, this is not looking good. Holmes,
well, in fairness, Chelsea's firing on all cylinders. And also good news for Norwich fans. And I'm sure they're already well aware of this, but I guess like the next 10 matches are all against like mid-table or lower teams. So this is where they're going to get all their points. Pull it in, guys. Come on.
Well, Farka better start doing something, or he is Farked. All right. Holmes 30, Timothy Weah 90. Not the best game from him, but there were moments. Chris Richards 90, and a not so good game for Hoffenheim.
That's a good game for Richards, from what I hear.
Yeah, again, there wasn't all his fault. It was just like a total something. Just everybody was not on the same page on defense in the midfield, and so there were gaps that were created, and it wasn't his best game. Not
the team that you want to do that to, you know.
No, you don't want to fuck around with Bayern Munich. That's a bad team to have a bad day with. Tyler Adams 30, Timothy Tillman 20. No Julian Green in that game again, but Tillman didn't start this time either. So hopefully they're not giving up on him as well. I mean, they're desperate. Greuther Firth is desperate, but I don't know how much deeper in the bench they can go. And they better go spend a lot of money during Christmas time, because they need help badly on that team if they plan to go up. But yeah, Green going downhill here. Brooks 88, not his best game either. Just a lot. It was kind of a bummer weekend, actually, Brett.
There are a couple of bright spots, but for the most part, it just was not a great weekend for us.
So yeah, Leonard Maloney got his debut for Dortmund on Saturday, and then on Sunday he played for Dortmund too. They're running this kid ragged.
Good. You okay there?
Yeah. Oh my God. Jesus. All right. Sorry about that.
Run that kid ragged. He's 22 years old. He can do it and get all that experience and get up in the first team.
And I don't even think he started in the Dortmund 2 game. They brought him in for the last 45 or something. They didn't want to put too much pressure on him. Testament went 20 for Venezia, and he had a pretty good 20 minutes for the 20 he was in. I don't know why he's getting benched so much. Busio seemed to leave with an injury in the 45th for Venezia. And so I don't know how serious. It didn't look serious, but it wasn't the best game for Venezia in general. Toljan went the full 90 again for Sassuolo. De La Torre in a loss for Heracles. Christian Ramirez is a scoring machine in Scotland. Couldn't do very well in the MLS scoring, but man, he is hot as hell.
He did all right. He did all right.
Dude, he was a bench player for Houston. Bench.
Bench. Well, I mean, did he get actually? I thought he would played for United, Minnesota for a bit.
Yep, and then he got
traded. Okay.
Then he went to LA, and then he went to Houston. Like, he couldn't get playing time anywhere. So all these people saying, "Oh, Scotland, they're better. That's better than MLS." No, it's not, dude. It's not better than MLS. Here's a guy who could barely get a minute of playing time in the MLS the last 3 seasons or 2.5 seasons. Here he goes straight to Scotland, plays for Aberdeen, and is scoring and getting assists like it's just coming out of his ass. All right. It's like it's not even a hard for him. He's looking like somebody almost you're like, hey, should we pay attention to that guy? We'll answer that question later. CCV, another 90 and a win. Harks, 90 and a win. Miazga, 90 and a win. Hello, Greg. Card. Hello, Greg. All right. Hello. Another win.
Hello.
For Miazga. I know they haven't had many, but this was a big one. I think they just stepped out of the relegation zone with that win. Did Alaves. So Gooch 20, who cares? Gooch is 3 steps down. Alex Borto and Yvonne Tanton both played for the U19 Fulham team. These were both Americans. Devon Tanton had an assist. So just guys to kind of keep an eye on. Who cares about Hinge Glover? He plays in Finland. So does Bushu. So does Murray. So does Garrett. Rian Ko just getting 10 minutes with Victoria Berlin way down in the leagues in Germany. I'm not sure what's going on there. He's on loan from Wolfsburg, just not getting any playing time. And I thought he was supposed to be this really special player. So maybe he's just too young, but he is 18. It's not like he's, hairless. So I don't know. Giannis Becker, 90. Okay, a bunch of players we don't care about. Langford played. Johan Gomez played. Jonathan's brother played. Again, Jillian Jerker. Or Yorker, excuse me, Jerker. He's the
that kind of goes up with those names of really of unfortunate names.
Oh man, Jerker, giggity. All right, Costly played 87. Corbose for Verl played 45. Got yanked at halftime. Wasn't playing well. Macklemore I don't know. It was like 10 minutes maybe. Laverty, Stauffer, Gibson all played. Young. Andrija Novakovic played 30 for Frosinone. I don't know why he had a good last game, but now he starts off the bench this time. What's going on here? Sagar Arce went 10 in Mexico. Ben Liederman back from injury, got the start for Zesta Chow, I believe it is. Boy, I'm probably really just tearing that one apart, but soft memory. Sebastian Soto continues to not get hardly any playing time for Porto B. He played 10 whole minutes. Attitude check, Soto. Sam Shashua, on the other hand, another American striker, is playing in the Segunda in Spain, got another assist. He's scoring, he's assisting, he's scoring, he's assisting. Maybe time to think about him a little bit. Shaq Moore went 80. He's back in the starting lineup. We'll see how long that helped.
More?
Yeah, Siabatu got yanked at halftime from Young Boys because he was playing poorly. So, yeah, that's Friday and Saturday. And then the did not plays from then. Jacob Samick, Hobro, who cares? Justin Butler and Hawkins never play for Ingolstadt, so who cares? I think Christopher Scott might have a knock. He was on neither list. Pulisic and Randa didn't play for obvious reasons. Ola Sunday still has the what's that thing? The Achilles thing. Julian Green didn't play because they didn't want him to play. He sat and wrote Pine for 90. Matthew Hoppe is not injured, but his agent said he was, which is a lie. He is not. He's not injured, folks.
It's crazy talk. What if he's not injured? Why would they say he's injured?
I don't know. You have to ask his agent why he said that.
Fascinating.
I have other sources that say he's not injured. That it's horse poo. So something's going on there, and you just got to wonder. And Pete and I were talking about this last night on Facebook chat. We were going back and forth, and we're like, man, I hope it's not. He's coming off as being arrogant, and that's being taken the wrong way by the coach because he doesn't speak Spanish. So it might look like, he's really just a bad kid or a bad apple. No, dude, he's just intense. And I know, a lot of Spaniards are very, they can be very expressive people. So you wouldn't think that would necessarily be a problem, but he is an American and that might be held against him. I hope I'm wrong, but that is another bit of the chatter I've been hearing around the block is he's not getting on well with his teammates, whatever that means. Yunus Musa, was depressing because I was tuning into that game thinking, oh, Hoppe versus Musa. Ooh, at least the last 10 to 15 minutes, maybe. I get to see them both, but neither of them played. So fuck you, Valencia. Ethan Waddy is a Chelsea U23 kid, did not play, neither did Shaturo Odunze or Max Dietz or Amer or Adam Langus. So no go. And Tyler Boyd is injured for Rizesport. So we move. Oh, okay. That was paper hitting
a fucking
Mike.
Tornado, man. Jesus.
I know. That's like that's paper hitting Mike. That's crazy. So we moved to Sunday and we're trying to move as quickly as we can because I know this is a lot. So who played? Gio Caccini got 25. So he's been getting, I think, last 2 games total, like 35 minutes. Not bad. He's playing though. So, you know, I mean, he came from Cayenne in Ligue 2 and now he's in Ligue 1 and he's playing. So that says that his former coach at Cayenne, who barely played him, is a dipshit. Weston McKennie had a really good game. What? Not offensively, but he was all over the field.
Yeah.
All over the field.
A lot of disrupting plays, just good distribution, quick play. And that's what I was saying that he needs to do with the United States national team. He needs to get the ball, quick distribution out, move, and then at that point, get into the box and you'll get opportunities.
Yeah.
So that was a great game to view. Just watching his highlights as on the ball touches, just when the videos, like the all touch videos they have out there.
All touch videos. Yeah, I love those.
It was great to watch. I mean, every single touch looked, there were some mess ups, but he always came back and got back on it. So I thought it was a pretty good game of his.
What I like about that one touch, guys, he'll if the touch that he's about to show needs context, he won't start the clip McKennie with the ball. He will show McKennie making the run into open space. Then the ball comes to me. Then it provides context. I like the work that guy does. Dest 90 and an assist, but boy, he missed a sitter.
A 2-1 loss too, man.
I mean, I know I'm not going to be too hard on him, but oh god, he would not have. I've just never seen him miss something like that. I mean, just haven't. That's a fucking Sargent style miss. So, or no, that's even worse. That's a Altidore style miss for Sunderland, aka whatever he played for them. Let's see. Anthony Robinson and Ream won again for Fulham. Those guys are on a roll. They both played the full 90. Mighton 30 for Nottingham Forest. Aronson the full 90. Again, only upset at Aronson. He played a good game because he didn't get an assist or a goal. And I expect him on that sheet every weekend. Sam Vines is back, fully healthy, 90 minutes. Chris Durkin, 90 and a loss. We got Sabby playing 90 and getting an assist for OB. Leonard Maloney, as I already mentioned before, played for the 2 team in Dortmund. Dylan Williams, who cares? Nico Carrera, all young kids that play in very lower leagues, although Nico Carrera did get a goal. Brian Stelmack, Imyas and Dossman, a lot of young kids over there. Liam Gainey playing in U19s. Okay, then we got Henry Wingo, went 90 again in Hungary. Alejandro Zendejas, another 90. For Necaxa and another assist. The guy's on fire. Might be time for us to take a look. Maybe just a sniff and just, I don't know, maybe Camp Cupcake. Fernando Arce.
No chance to integrate any of these players, so I'm not sure we keep talking about it.
Yeah, I don't know why we waste our time, but you know, Zendejas and Alan Sonora. I mean, it's getting to the point. Some attention needs to be given. Salcedo, the one-trick pony, 60 minutes. Alex Menendez played 90. A 90 and a no assists. No goals, no assists, but not a bad game for him. I did watch the every touch things, and it was okay. It was okay. The problem with him sometimes is like he'll get the ball and he doesn't have a lot of time to do something, but he'll try to do something too fancy and then he'll lose it. Or he'll make this quick one-touch pass, like a flick pass, where sometimes he has time to do more than that, but he tries to be too fancy. If he can calm that down a bit, that footage is going to look a lot better. Stadler, who cares? Haji Wright, 50, no goals. In Turkey de la Fuente, 20 off the bench at Marseille. And then Monday, the only guys I got to mention are Cannon, who went 86 for Boa Vista out of freaking nowhere.
Yeah.
Like when I saw him on the starting lineup, I'm like, what? Okay.
So there's something wrong. It was a typo, right?
That's what I thought.
It absolutely had to be a typo. No, he played shit.
But yeah, they ended in a tie. It wasn't an outstanding performance, but guess what they did with him? They played him at right winger, just like they're doing with Dest in Barcelona. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, Cannon isn't good enough to play right back, but I guess maybe they have some injury issues. I don't know about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because that's fascinating, because Cannon, usually when Cannon's on form, when he's playing week in, week out, his 1v1 defending is much better than his offensive prowess.
That's what I was thinking. Now you're playing him at right fucking wing. I mean, right forward. That's crazy. That's not really his spot. He's not an attacking player. He's not a guy who's going to burn a few people and then score a goal. Yedlin went 80 in a loss for Galatasaray today versus Besiktas. What's wrong with my lips? All right, and then
trying to say a team from Turkey. That's what you're. That's wrong.
I'm doing it. I mean,
could be worse. I guess it could be Russia.
Yeah, that's true. Some of those
27 consonants and one vowel. Yeah.
Some of those teams have some weird names, but a lot of them I've learned to pronounce. The did not plays are even more interesting. EPB in the 18 didn't play. It doesn't look like he's really favored at Troyes so far. And I don't know why he would be, but Brian Reynolds did not even dress after playing in that midweek game where they got crushed 6-1 by a Norwegian team. Oh man, he may have just kicked himself off the fucking team. He needs a loan, dude. He needs to get out of there. Keek Pierre's still injured. Horvath rides Pine because that's what he does. Chandler did not dress, which is weird since he's been a regular starter and he wasn't on the injured list. So I don't know what happened there.
Did he have to fly anywhere?
No.
Okay.
So yeah, no flying. So it wasn't that. The other Sonora brother was in the 18 and didn't play for Banfield. That's Joel, who used to be the guy we were all talking about. Now it's Alan, his younger brother. Otisali did not dress. Of course he didn't. He's probably not going to dress for Club Brugge for the rest of the season. They hate him already. I mean, he did not welcome himself in the first practice, apparently. He was a loud mouth and refused to do things. So he's got to work on the attitude. Mackenzie, Mackenzie in the 18 didn't play. Again, he's in a battle versus Lucimi for that spot. But Lucimi's the regular starter. So he's going to get a game here and a game there to give Lucimi some rest. But other than that, he's the third guy in the wheel. Christian Kappas in the 18 didn't play. I'm not so sure about Christian Kappas, Brett. I mean, I know Brøndby is a decent team in that league, but he's not a regular starter. And, you know, sometimes he doesn't play at all. I think at this point, he needs to be a regular starter to be even considered. So I know we talked about him in one of the last shows, but yeah.
There are plenty of players playing for the United States national team that don't get regular starts.
Well, that's for sure. That doesn't make it right. That doesn't make it right. All right. Some other guys. There's a new name that I had to add to my list. Lucas Ramirez is moved from the Hoffenheim U17s to the Hoffenheim U19s. And yeah, didn't get to play, but made the bench. Rotundo, Schalke's U19s, was on the bench, didn't play. Another new name, moving up from UNAM's 2 team up to UNAM's 1 team, but didn't get to play. First time I've seen him on the bench. Jorge Ruvalcaba. He's a young forward. I think he's like 19 years old. And so somebody to just, keep an interested eye on. And another young kid, we didn't just move to Vizela over a break here. His name is Alejandro Alvarado. He's a midfielder. He's another young kid. He's at Vizela as well. And he did not get to play, but it's first time I've seen him on the starting 18. So that's something to keep an eye on. And then just some MLS guys to mention. Sean Nealis got a goal for RB. Josie Altidore scored. Oh no. So, being how fucked up our center forward spot is, it would not shock me if Greg called him in now that Zardes is injured.
No. That would totally shock me because has Berhalter actually called him in ever?
I called him into a camp.
No. Well, yeah, point taken. Okay. No, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right.
Nope. There are better players that play the style of center forward as he does in MLS right now. Fuck, call DK in.
Well,
call Pepe in. Well, we're gonna call Pepe in regardless.
Pepe's the starter. There's going to be one other center forward. Who that's going to be now, I don't know. Sargent's in the shit house. He's not playing. Not really. He's playing on a shitty team.
I was gonna say it's not that he's not playing well or anything like that.
He doesn't particularly like how Siabatu fits into the system. Siabatu. He doesn't necessarily value DK that highly because DK scored, but it was a penalty kick this weekend. I don't think that's going to be seen as, oh yeah, he's back on a scoring run. So anyhow, it's something to think about. Indiana Vassilev went the full 90, got a goal for Inter Miami. That guy we'd all forgot about that used to play for Aston Villa on occasion. Vasquez, another goal for Cincy, along with Zico Bailey with an assist. And that guy mentioned last time, Ben Kikanovic, another goal for fucking San Jose. While Cade Cal rode Pine and only got 10 minutes. He was supposed to be the forward superstar. And now Ben Kikanovic is coming out of nowhere, taking his minutes and scoring goals. Putting him on the bench, Cal on the bench, putting Wando on the bench.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, how many more years does Wando have? I mean, his legs have got to be giving out on him soon. So the bench makes sense, and you bring him in occasionally. But no, the Cal's surprising. But I haven't really followed San Jose enough to warrant to say whether or not he ever warranted a spot after the first handful of games of the season.
This Kikanovic kid he's big too. He's a big boy. He's starting at center forward. Something to keep an eye on if this keeps continuing. I mean, if Pepe can go on a run and get a look, then anybody can go on a run and get a look.
Sure.
Caden Clark did not play in the 18. Man, that guy's falling off a cliff for New York. I don't know what's going on.
I stand firm that I think. Well, he's obviously gone in the. Yeah, I think he's gone, and New York doesn't want to spend the time on him.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. But you'd think if he was good enough, they still want to win games. But they're winning games without him. So
yeah, then my take is that they've got Cincy, they've got Chicago in their same group. So I feel like they're looking at it going, I think we can make the playoffs.
Or there might be also a deal between Leipzig and NY, since the same owners.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get this kid injured. Play him just occasionally here and there. Keep him nice and healthy. So when he transfers over to this, we can just, hit the go button right away for him. Jesus Ferreira, a goal. It doesn't matter. We don't play his position does not exist on Berhalter's team. Sebastian Legetta goal. God damn it, Legette.
We've been told it was a wonder goal.
It was a good one, but you know what? He came in again off the bench, didn't start, but he got the goal. So, and I think that Colin Reese made a good point. He's made it in several of the comments. You're really holding Berhalter, or excuse me, we're really holding Legette accountable for the fact that Berhalter does not play Legette as a 10. And yeah, at this point in his career, Legette is a 10. He can't do the 8. It's too much running.
Yeah.
Back in the day, he could do the 8, but now I don't think he can. And I think if you're going to play Legette, he has to play as an attacking midfielder, and we don't play that position. So, Colin, good point.
Well, and we've never, this is a little off subject since we're talking about the weekend report here, but we've never said that Legette doesn't deserve a spot on the roster itself. We've always argued the point that he doesn't really deserve to start.
Well,
over a bunch of players.
We did just argue in the show before that he shouldn't be on the 25-man roster for the next call up.
For 25, no, yeah. Well, there's enough players. I think that we don't need him in there.
So we have in fact made that argument, but
now,
it was pretty recent. Just
I
recently.
guess historically speaking, over the Berhalter reign, we never said that Legette should not be included. We just said he shouldn't be starting, really.
Yep.
But hey, we're getting to a point where there's a bunch of young players coming in that are quickly taking the spots. That should be taking the spots.
Exactly.
Playing week in, week out in the harder competition. So,
yeah. Other things too. Pepe played 10, so obviously not injured. Thought I'd bring that up, and he's back, so he should be ready for the window. Justin Che is another really weird one because, again, he did not play at all for Dallas. I'm not sure what's going on there because the shit I saw him do at Bayern 2 made me believe he goes back to Dallas. That kid's an everyday starter, but no, he's not.
The games that I've seen him play at Dallas were good to watch. I mean,
yeah,
everything you saw at Bayern 2, he put on display at FC Dallas. Now, why he doesn't start more is beyond me. I don't really follow Dallas, so I don't know who's usurping his position. But
yeah, if you're a Dallas fan and you've watched Che this year and know why he's not playing, let's say he just played poorly for a while, let us know because I haven't watched all the Dallas games either. And then Jones at the Revs got an assist, and we already talked about DK's penalty kick. So that was going to do it, and that's going to do it for this show. We're going to move on. And the next topic, if I can find it, will be the next topic or the next segment will be not what are your kids wearing for Halloween, but desk to winger. Oh, we're going to answer your questions. That's what we're going to do. We have 3 questions from you, and we're going to answer. You got problems, and you need answers, and we're going to take time out to answer your questions because we're empathetic and we care. All right. Until the next time on the Straight Red Card, this was the Weekend Report.
Weekend Report.